So the times I've hiked up Mount Beacon, I've started over here at the Breakneck Ridge starting point. You've seen me go up here. And I've gone up many times right here at the main Mount Beacon parking lot. So the most I've ever really done when I go up these trails is like a maximum of 5 miles. And we've all seen elevation maps for like the New York City Marathon, and it looks scary and we complain about it, but that would get us like halfway, maybe halfway up the mountain. So let's talk about what I'm going to plan on doing for this race on Sunday, my first mountain, or really just a trail race. To me, it's a full-on mountain race. This whole road here on Main Street, so there's nowhere officially to park, but we just put our car here for a second. So yeah, I just needed to pick up a few things at the store, getting myself ready. Once we get back inside, I'll talk more about the plan for Sunday's race, what the overall pace I'm going for is probably going to be. Believe me, it's nothing impressive. And also I'll just go over all the gear and everything that I'm going to use. This is the first race really that I've had to bring like my own hydration pack. I've never done anything off the roads with this much elevation, and again, you know, aid stations are like every 10 miles or so. So it's really more about refilling your own hydration packs, not about getting a cup of water at the race. So I'll go over my fuel, my hydration. It's all settling in, it's getting pretty exciting, and I'm looking forward to this weekend. So here's what we're working with to start with gear-wise. We've got the EVO Speed Goat. Going to be the first time I'm actually racing with them. I've run kind of fast with them on the mountains and trails, but a real race now for the EVO Speed Goat. Got my top that I'm going to wear for my running club. I've got a 2-liter hydration bladder. I actually don't have these, like a 1.5 liter or small enough bladder for my Camelback. So I'm going to use this backpack I got from last ultra marathon I ran. It fits the 2-liter bladder, and I'll pretty much just have enough water for myself for the whole half marathon. Because I think the first aid station's 10 miles out, it really doesn't matter to me. You know, that's kind of the marathon route. I think I turn before that anyway. So I'll pretty much have my own water for the half marathon. Got my Tracksmith shorts, got enough Morton gels. Again, we'll talk about time soon, but we got enough Morton gels for as much time as I might be out there. Got some calf sleeves, and then I might bring this extra layer if the short sleeve layer is not enough. I don't think it'll be that cold on Sunday, but we'll see, and it's good to have that extra layer in case I do more hiking and get a little bit cooler out there as I'm going up a lot of elevation, things like that. So let's talk strategy. So first thing, I promise I'm not blowing this out of proportion. This is really going to be kind of challenging for me. And again, it's just new. It's a new experience to have that much vertical. I'm primarily a road runner. You know, the hills in Central Park to me are a lot when you do races around Central Park, things like that in New York City. So, you know, again, this is just very new. And in my experience, again, doing, 4 to 5 miles out there on the same trails that we'll be running for Sunday's race, I usually come in anywhere between like 15 to 20 minutes per mile when I'm going up in elevation. On the downhill, I'm usually able to get a lot closer to 10 minutes per mile. It usually feels like I'm going much faster, but I think, again, just coming downhill and not being as seasoned in downhill running, it's hard to kind of find your foot placement and really pick up speed. So There's going to be a lot of speed hiking. You know, again, those are 4 or 5 mile efforts for me going up 1,000 feet or so. There'll probably be 3 or 4 1,000-foot climbs throughout the course of the half marathon course on Sunday. So I'm really going to be doing, you know, some fast walking on the uphills to preserve myself for the full 13 miles. Trying to stay at a quick enough walk going uphill to stay under that 20 minutes per mile pace. I'm going to jog where I can. And overall, you know, I've found even just in the few practice runs I've had in the last couple of months that I do much better if I pace myself on the uphill. You know, even if I'm jogging at a very slow 18 minutes per mile, it works out much better for me overall than if I try and run up the hill, have to take a break. You know, the clock doesn't stop. This is a race now. If I do it too hard and have to stop and walk really slow, I do a worse, you know, overall pace than if I just take it really nice and casual on the uphill, preserve myself so I can run the flats once I'm up the mountain, run the downhills pretty well. So that's going to be kind of, again, the pace range that I'm looking for and the overall kind of strategy of easy on the uphills and give myself enough energy to run the flats and the downhill. Other than that, the only other goal is really just to have fun with it. I mean, I want to be able to explore these mountains. You know, this is where I'm living right now, so it's really cool to have this home race out here on the trails. It's something that I want to get into more. I want to get better at running vertical. I want to get better at running faster paces over the course of a race, you know, on, you know, elevation changes and all these mountains and trails and things like that. It's just so much neater to me. You know, I've done a lot of running in New York City. I'm going to continue to race in urban areas and run through towns and things like that, but it's just nice to diversify, see some new stuff, and you know, the views once you get up to the top of the mountain are just something different and special all in their own way. So this will be a nice way to change what I'm doing just a little bit, but really just open up new doors for myself and hopefully for the channel as well.
All right, so here's the deal. I was going to show you a little bit about the little pickup area. Turns out I got a little bit lost, couldn't exactly find the settlement camp. The settlement camp turns out to be like a true camp. There's a bunch of people already there camped out for the marathon start in the morning. So again, it's kind of new to me. This is like my first taste of like a true trail experience. You know, people camped out. You know, I guess this is kind of like the thing to do. So my race is until Sunday. I live around the area, so I don't need to camp out. But I did pick up my bib, picked up my hat. It's got like a Mount Beacon Trail Series kind of logo. Got the same thing. It's actually a long sleeve, like hooded long sleeve shirt. Pretty nice. So I got that, and I got my number. So I'm good to go. Good to go for the race on Sunday. Tomorrow, like I said, I will be volunteering at one of the aid stations that Saturday morning. So I'll probably go for my shakeout run before that, and I'll just share what I can from the aid station before I actually race on Sunday. So that's everything for today. Had a nice dinner with some friends and Megan, but we're going to call it a night, and I hope to see you all in the next video.